Oh hey, I didn't see you there. I just made my bed very poorly, so we are not going to talk about that. So I have been making commercials right here in my room for a little while now, and sometimes an actual brand will reach out to collaborate with me. Kind of mind-blowing. So today I am making an actual commercial for an actual client, and you are never going to guess what that client is. Thank you, Wonderful Pistachios, for what is quite possibly a lifetime supply of pistachios. Let's just get into it. Yeah. Hi, here we are, all the way at my studio. So the #1 challenge about shooting with a budget studio is space. I love my backdrops. At this point, I'm emotionally attached because look at all the pretty colors. But more importantly, I got all 9 of these for around $60. The issue is though, they're not super big. I mean, I film on this stool thing that I've had for like 10 years now. So to work around that, I love to shoot macro, which lets me get up close and personal with the product. So for my first couple shots, I really punched in, making sure to capture texture and color and all that fun jazz. I try to incorporate as much brand identity into these videos as I can because they are commercials after all. And Wonderful Pistachios has "Get Crackin'" as a slogan. So I took a pair of pliers and just went ham. Even using my macro lens, the pliers still got in the shot, so I had to crop it even more in post and do some layering to fully hide it. Also, getting up close to these pistachios is a bonus because, like, yes, they look crusty just as is, but once you get them open, they have these spots of red and purple that are just gorgeous against the green. So I got it on video and really boosted the colors up in post. Like really. No saturation is too much saturation, but look at that difference. Second up, in that same macro vein, I wanted to get some close-ups of the product just spinning around. Now this should have been pretty easy, but the turntable that I was using turned out to be way too big. I did try to find different angles to kind of counter that, but nothing really looked good, and I couldn't get as close to the product as I wanted to. When suddenly, it hit me. This is something that my dad helped me build all the way back in 2020 before I had a Lazy Susan. Thank you, Dad. I realize this is quite possibly the jankiest shit ever used to film a commercial, but oh my god, did it work. Is what I would have said if it actually did work. I was able to get a little closer, but my lens was still getting in the way. I ended up reworking the design of my beautiful fidget spinner contraption with a consultation from my friend Grace. Aww. Thank you, Grace. And now that it was even more compact, nothing really got in the way of my lens anymore, and I was able to get that shot of the spinning pistachio. Look at that. First try, as is classic with how I do things. Third up, now we're kind of departing from the macro space because although I like being up close and personal with the product, I also need some space. Stop motion. I love it because there's so much room for creativity and it looks great. Now, the problem is I fucking suck at it. So instead, I do this thing called cheating. And if you're like me and you can't do stop motion for shit, pay attention. Take a video of stationary pistachios and all you need to do is take a freeze frame and mask it out. This is another great technique for low budget shoots because you're basically just taking one photo of your subject, and with that one photo, you can do all sorts of super fun, fancy things in post. I'm talking masking, rebuilding the background, animating, even adding text behind. Last but not least, the #1 thing about creating engaging commercials is motion. That's why literally every food commercial has things flying all over the place. I mean, is it realistic? Not fucking really, but it is so fun to look at. So now's the time I decimate my entire room. The flashier the action shot, the better, because that makes the video exciting. Wow, look at them go. Now, the tricky part to doing this is getting things in focus, which is why I usually switch to a wider angle lens for the farther away shots like these. And that is generally how my product shoots go. Especially with a budget studio, it takes a lot of emotional and mental stability because some of those shots got me losing my mind a little bit. But the important part is it's totally possible and we got it done. So without further ado, here is the final commercial. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. You could probably tell by now, but as of recording this segment, I have not started filming yet. If y'all want some pistachios, let me know. I have an entire grocery aisle's worth. Time to snort some pistachios. Yay!